Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy BeamerBoy, and we back here with another one for y'all. We got when cops have to arrest their friends. Now, immediately when I saw this video, I thought to myself, yo, I gotta react to this. So I added it to my watch later playlist because I feel like this video is very interesting because nobody likes cops unless you got a family member that's a cop, but still, I got family members, well, distant family members that's cops, and I still don't like cops. But having to see them like arrest family, friends, or just who, people that they know, this should be interesting because usually cops run into people that they don't know. So like I said, man, I hope y'all enjoy this video. Let's get right into it, man.
Cops are usually dealing with people and criminals they've never seen before. But what happens when instead it's their own friends that they have to arrest?
Ain't nobody jumped out, Buck.
Yes, they did, Kevin. Did they
Stay
not?
out of this, Kevin.
Here are 3 examples of this happening.
They on first name basis and everything.
Starting with the case of Buck Preston.
Buck,
What?
you know you ain't got,
Damn, Michael.
you know you ain't got a driver's license.
Don't do this, please.
I got to.
Man, goddamn, Michael. Please.
I got to.
No, listen to me.
No.
Please, just listen
Sheriff
to me.
sent me.
The sheriff.
Sheriff, captain. I mean, they've seen you driving. We gotta get you.
One of the cons to small town living is that everybody
Listen, bro. One thing about cops, and I mean, you can respect it or not respect it. Like, I respect the fact that everybody got to do their job, but I just don't like cops because, bro, I feel like they only come around for 2 reasons. 2 reasons. And those 2 reasons are to cost you money or to take you to jail. No other reason they come around. I guess you could say, oh, to protect you, man, whatever. Where I'm from, we don't really be needing protection like that. You know what I'm saying? We protect ourselves. So that's just how I feel about cops, bro.
knows each other, including the cops. The town sheriff claims to have seen Buck driving his Chevy
Our
pickup,
town's small, but it ain't that
nearly
damn
every
small.
cop in town knows he doesn't have his license. So what else is there for Buck to do to try and explain his way out of it?
I'm telling you, I'm just trying to tell you something. Listen, if you listen to me. The person that was driving this truck just jumped out of the fucking on goddamn Lake Morality and goddamn I had no other way to get it here, buddy.
You sure he ain't been drinking behind the wheel too? Goddamn, bro, you ain't about to explain yourself out of this one. You heard what my man said. The sheriff sent him. It's a wrap.
I swear to God, I'm not going to drive.
And that body cam on?
No, I got to.
He got to, bro. He recording this.
31 to 28. You 51 this way?
That's crazy, bro.
Why I don't like cops?
Digital detective. Enroll in the new Google Cybersecurity Certificate.
And a lot of cops be ego tripping too.
I just passed it.
You just passed him?
Yeah, on
he didn't
67.
turn around?
No, he didn't. I swear to God, he didn't. I just swear to God.
Because every
he
cop
didn't listen to
has
me,
to
bro. I
do
swear
their
to
job.
We're about to right now. Sure, if he's stating someone jumped out behind the wheel.
God. Yeah, and I'm trying to get my truck home. That's it.
Buck,
Bro, I swear
you
to
can't
God, bro.
get a driver's license in the state of Florida, dude. That's how bad it is.
Buck's story is that
Yeah.
his friend was driving his truck, but ditched him out near a lake, leaving him with no option but to drive back home himself. Unfortunately for Buck, though, we are in the 21st century, and the officer reminds him he could have just called someone with a license to drive him back.
Exactly.
And that he still broke the law regardless of the circumstances. Predictably, Buck wasn't very happy about this.
Buck expecting
I get it, but
that
man, you
special
still can't
privilege.
drive, bro. Pull it off the road and wait till someone has a valid license.
What?
Let's go.
That's crazy, dude. Would you tell him?
Bruh, that's how it
Let's
goes.
go, Buck. Buck, I'm not playing this game.
What do you mean? I'm telling you the truth.
Nobody jumped out.
God damn it.
Now you gonna run from him? Oh, okay.
Man, I'm trying to tell you
I'm not-
something.
Ain't nobody jumped out, Buck.
Yes, they did. Kevin, did they
Stay
not?
out of this, Kevin.
Did they not?
Kevin, back up.
Kevin, you stay out of this.
Did they not jump out?
Back up, Kevin.
God damn, dude.
Kevin, you stay out of this. Everybody on first name basis. You know this town got to be small. It's one of them small towns. I'm from the Falls and we got like 40,000 people. You know what I'm saying? We could barely fill up a stadium, but they probably like one of them small ass towns where it's like only like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people, some shit like that. Cause we don't even know our cops this much. Don't get me wrong, we're a small town, but you only know the cops that much if your ass keep going to jail. You feel me? Type shit.
I'm trying to get respect when you gonna run from me like that. Get up.
Despite the chase not lasting very long at all, All this did was add an extra charge to Buck's
Exactly.
already fairly long list. And given how close everyone seems to be here, you just know this police chase is going to be the talk of the town. Part of the struggle on the ground had to be cut, but the cops reported that Buck resisted so hard that they had to deploy a taser to make him calm down. The footage returns when Buck was fully restrained and handcuffed. Buck was taken to the officer's patrol vehicle and driven back to the station. Obviously angry, he decided to make the conversation on the way back personal.
I don't talk to you about your mom in this. This is,
I don't give a fuck if you talk to me about my mom or not.
leave my family out of this, dog.
All I'm saying is this, would she be proud of you for sticking that fucking taser to me when I was not even resisting when you done that?
You were resisting.
What the fuck I was? You had me.
Listen, bro, these cops do not care, bro. You talking about his mama this, who would be proud of him? Bro, these cops don't care. They got a job to do, bro. That thing is on their motherfucking chest, that body cam thing is on their chest, it's recording, bro. Once that thing is recording, I heard mad cops and tell me, bro, I can't do it. This body cam on me is recording, and they got higher ups to answer to. That's why I feel the way that I feel about cops. Because like at the end of the day, they're not in control of their actions. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are, but they're not, bro. They have to do what they are told. Me personally, I'm just not the type of person that I like to be told what to do. I want to do what I want to do. If I want to let somebody go, bro, I'm gonna let somebody go. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he should have let dude go because dude was on some other shit, but I'm just saying, like, I want to be able to do what I want to do. I want to make that judgment call. How do you expect police to build with the community when, like I said, they only come around for 2 reasons? Remember that. 2 reasons.
Yeah, that's why we had each other in headlocks. Whatever. Look, Buck. Stop bringing my mom into it.
There's little information about what happened to Buck after this video,
was Bob
but it's
and
likely
Dad.
he was charged with driving without a license and resisting arrest. There's an argument that Buck could also be hit with fleeing to elude an officer, but this is a felony that comes with a 5-year prison sentence. It's more likely the officer gave his friend the misdemeanor charge worth just a couple months in jail. It's unlikely the suspects in
So
this
he
next
looked out on
case
that
got
end, I
the same
guess.
treatments though, as it wasn't just a civilian caught breaking the law, but also their cop friend.
Hello. How you doing? Reason I stopped you is your right brake light is out. Who do you work for?
So did you stop me because my right brake light is out?
Yeah.
Or did you stop me to ask me who I work for?
Well, I'm asking you both.
DCS.
What?
DC.
Is it too much?
I mean, does it really matter? Come on, YouTube.
Yes.
DCS. What's DCS?
You don't know what
Department of
DCS?
Children's Services?
As he mentioned, the suspect named Pectra Edgerton was originally pulled over for a broken brake light, but the officer quickly noticed something else. A police badge
but say,
around
look like you got a
Pectra's
badge.
neck.
I noticed that off rip.
Firstly, this cop doesn't recognize the supposed officer, but it's also unusual to see a police officer driving around in a broken car. Something feels off, so the cop decides to investigate further.
See your license then? Do you have your badge on you? Like your ID badge?
I badge for.
Being a police officer.
See, this is what's conflicting. You're asking me all those questions.
Right.
Saying to stop me for my right brake light.
So, if you're a police officer, you understand what probable cause is, right?
So what's the problem with that?
Your right brake light's out.
My right brake light wasn't out when you followed me out of the gas station.
Yeah, it is. It's out right now.
The car wasn't even on when you followed me out of the
Doesn't
gas
matter. You're driving with a brake light out on the streets, so it's an
station.
equipment
You
violation.
followed me out of the gas station.
I saw it when you were pulling out.
At this point, the brake light issue is the least of the cops' worries.
hate
it's
cops,
difficult to
bro.
classify what exactly an off-duty
sorry.
officer is supposed to act
Sorry,
like,
not sorry.
but something about Pectra is triggering alarm bells for the cop. She's acting defensive, being closed off, and giving strange, vague answers to questions that a real cop
Well,
would be able
you
to
would feel
answer.
like I'm always
So it's
defensive
time to
because
play the
I just don't
games
like you.
and figure out exactly
I don't
what's
want to
going
talk
on
to you. I
here.
don't want to kick it with you. I don't
Long
want to
story
skate with
short,
you. I
I
don't
just
want
want to know who
nothing.
you work for.
And that's the issue. Why do you want to know who I work for?
Because I've never seen you around here before. You're not a police officer that works here.
You don't know who I am.
That's
You just
right.
said you never seen me.
Right. So, are you a police officer or are you not a police officer?
So because a black person walks into a store with a badge and a gun, it's an issue.
That has
But
nothing to do
never
with you
seen
being
me.
black. Are you a police officer or you're not a police
I'm
officer?
not a police officer.
You're not a police officer?
No.
So why would you go into Quick Trip and get free food with your badge and gun?
Because I'm an officer. You don't have to be a police officer to go in there. I've been doing it for 3 years.
So you're not a
It's not-
certified police
It's
officer.
not probable cause. It's a personal thing.
There are a dozen ways for a cop to prove that they work for a certain agency. For example, she could give the name of her department and supervisor and have the cop check the names with them. This would only take a couple minutes, and any real cop would know this, so the fact that she's getting defensive instead and turning this into a personal thing is a huge red flag. It's also clear that Pectra doesn't seem to realize what she actually did wrong. Just minutes earlier, she was seen inside the store presenting her badge and gun to the cashier and walking out with free food. This isn't just cop impersonation, it's theft. So the cop needs to get to the bottom of this.
Did I steal from
Are you up? Yeah, if you're not a police
I
officer.
did not steal from Quick. I went up to the register, spoke to the guy that works there, and told him I had his drink.
So you're presenting yourself as a police officer with your badge and your gun on the side.
Okay,
Do you understand that?
I do understand that. But my issue with you is, you've seen that. You say because you never seen me before.
So who do you work
Follow
for?
me out of the store.
I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of true because I do get what she's saying. Like at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. She got the broken tail light, you know, she got the badge and the gun, and she went in there. But I've seen cops, you know what I'm saying, be around each other that might not know each other. You know, you don't know if they know each other, but you know, you might see a cop sitting over there and another cop pull up and walk into the store, you know, with they whatever on, and you know, if they dress like that or the case may be, I've never seen a cop go up and be like, "Hey, I've never seen you before. Who do you work for?" Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying, like that. But maybe he's just doing it because you already had the light out. I pulled you over. Now I got the chance to, you know what I'm saying, talk to you and ask you questions. That's why, and that's what be pissing me off too, bro, when I get pulled over sometimes. I always tell cops, like, when I feel like I got pulled over for nothing, I'd be like, bro, if you just wanted to see who was in the car, you could have just said hi. You could have just started a conversation with me, bro. You ain't have to pull me over and all this extra shit. You feel me? But I don't know.
Who do you work for? Who is DCS?
How long have you been working?
12
DCI.
years,
It sounds
13
like
years.
Department of Child Services.
There's, like I said, is it Department of Children's Services? What is it? Explain it to me.
I don't have to explain myself to you. If you're gonna give me a ticket, tell like give me a ticket.
Okay. You see your license?
Since he's getting nothing out of Pectra, the cop decides to call up DCS himself, and his suspicions get instantly confirmed.
Who's your supervisor?
What does that have to do with my brake light?
What it has to do with is you told me you're a police officer or you're an officer for DCS. I've got DCS on the phone. They say you don't work there. So who's your supervisor?
So basically, you're impersonating.
It seems that the suspect knows at least something about policing, as she chooses to remain silent from now on. So the cop turns his attention to the passenger of this vehicle, who at this point hasn't said a word. When he asks for
I didn't
her
even know
ID,
somebody else was in
he
the
gets
car.
a huge surprise.
I have one of your employees here, Brandy Green. She was with her friend, Pectra Edgerton. Brandy decided that she was going to give Pectra her badge.
It was something before he could even say it. It clicked to me. So you telling me the girl, Brandy, is letting the other girl use her stuff? So she's
her gun to go into Quick Trip and get some food. So I pulled them over for a broken tail light. Pectra was driving. She had the badge on and the gun on. When I pulled them over, she identified herself as a DCS officer and then later admitted to not being a DCS officer. And your employee, Brandy Green, admitted to giving her the gun and the badge to go into Quick Trip to get the free.
Why though?
Without a college degree.
Why couldn't you do it, Shorty, if you're the real officer?
food.
After investigating just a little further, both Pectra and the actual cop, Brandy Green, admit to everything. Following the incident, Brandy resigned from her job at the DCS, and Pectra is facing felony charges for impersonation, carrying a
That was
sentence of up
stupid,
to
bro.
5 years in
You
prison.
that lazy or tired
There's
or whatever
many
the
more
case may be?
examples of these cops that seem to just forget they also need to follow the rules, just like Corporal Scott Bertzik did on New Year's Day 2021, when Officer Brooke Shutterly arrived at the scene of
But it just goes to show you, bro. Like, I guess kudos to that cop, you know what I'm saying, for handling one of his peers or whatever you want to call it, how he was supposed to handle it. But it just goes to show you, bro, nobody is a saint. That's why I don't understand why these men and women get this badge and this uniform and they just feel like they the law. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, we all human. We all make mistakes. We all fall short. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Y'all get what I'm saying, bro. It's just, I don't get the, you know, y'all not perfect either, just like we not perfect.
a car crash, she realized it wasn't just
And some of them be abusing their power. We all know that.
her supervisor at the wheel, but a good friend of hers.
So,
Reached out for my lighter, slammed into his ass.
cool.
No, not really.
Not really.
No.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Your car's fucked up.
No, absolutely.
Super fucked up. That bitch. Bit.
That just fucking fixed.
Obviously, Brooke and Scott are familiar with each other, and curiously, Scott holds nothing back when describing exactly how the incident went down. It's clear that Scott is the one at fault here,
Is he
so
drunk? It seemed
before
like he
going
kinda-
any further, Brooke decides to call back to the base to ask whether or not it's okay for her to be handling this incident.
This crash, Birdie, so come work it? Okay. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've worked a crash with one of us in it, so... No, he's not on duty. He's in his POV. I just didn't want there to be any, like, conflict of interest type issues. Alright, that was it. I just want to make sure. Yeah, bye. Dang it, Birdie.
Brooke is given the go-ahead and told that there should be no issues with her handling this case, but that was before she noticed this.
You good?
Wait.
Huh?
Wait on his way.
He's not coming. Good?
Walking home, but yep, I'm good.
So, Birdie, you giving me some indicators?
Oh,
Listen.
get the woman.
Listen, Valdez is coming out just to... I'm not gonna lie to you about it.
She's on her way?
Yeah, she's on her way. I'm not really comfortable with this whole thing at all, but I'm not gonna lie to you about it.
Oh no, I don't mean to put you in that Indy. Yep.
From now on, you know how it goes. You can't consume anything, okay? Because right now you're being detained.
Wait, what?
It's obvious that Scott is under the influence of
Come on, bro. I peeped it when he was talking to her, and he like, and I just fixed it. You can tell clearly he's been drinking, bro. And then, what'd he say? I reached out for my lighter and I slammed into him. Bro, you're fucking slammed. You're hammered. How they said, you're gone.
something, judging by his slurred speech, slowed reactions, and slight loss of motor control.
sir.
Brooke is fairly sure he's been drinking. At this point, Scott is no longer her supervisor. He's just a suspect in a case, and what's more, he's drunk and likely unpredictable.
Damn, so he getting arrested by the little sis, you know what I'm saying? As far as rank, you know what I'm saying? He a higher ranking officer, and look at him, bro. Drinking and driving behind the wheel. Could have killed him, could have killed himself, could have harmed people. You know what I'm saying? Any of that. Like I said, bro, they is not perfect. Nobody is perfect.
A combination
But
which
God.
can be incredibly
I
threatening to a
did.
female officer.
Please don't make my life difficult.
I would never do that to you,
Okay. I'm very uncomfortable right now.
and I apologize
I bet.
for putting you in that position.
Because it's probably somebody that you...
Yes, I am. And
You know.
I'm going to remain on for integrity. You know you can't smoke right now.
Why?
Because if I'm going to do a DUI investigation, it impedes it, so you can't consume anything. I want to get that dog. This is a really cute dog.
Fear aggression issue.
You can always train a dog.
Hopefully that's all your ass gonna have after this, because you ain't gonna be in the drive. You gonna be at home.
You can't consume anything. You're killing me.
Trying.
I mean, you already know he's drinking. I don't understand. I mean, I get what she's saying, probably because there's rules and all that. But at the end of the day, he's hammered, bro. You already know what it is. I don't understand why they're saying he can't smoke. I mean, it's over at this point.
It's too late now.
After a short wait, another officer arrives at the scene, meaning they can finally start getting to the bottom of it.
But also, let me tell y'all this, bro. What I don't like either. Now, what I did notice about this whole video is, and people that they've been pulled over and been in these situations, y'all know what I mean. Look how differently they treat one of their own compared to how they treat us. You peep it. Look how they do their own. The energy is totally different, way more subtle, way more relaxed, until, you know, unless the person takes it to that level, you know, where they, you know, like the one dude, Buck, trying to run away, you know what I'm saying? But their energy is totally different with their own. But when they come to us, they got their hand on their gun. They, you know what I'm saying? Their energy is way more menacing and way more, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you feel me? Like, I don't like that. But when you with your own, it's way more relaxed, cool, calm. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man.
All of this with some sobriety tests.
I just-
These lasted over 10 minutes, but it's not hard to tell how they went by just looking at a few seconds of them.
You may begin the test.
1, 2.
Yeah, he about to fall over. He's done. Do the stinky leg. Do the stinky leg. Do the stinky leg. Look at him.
Judging by this and the overwhelming amounts of evidence against him at this point,
He's
the officers
done.
thought it was
He's
safe to conclude
hammered.
that Scott had been drinking that night
DUI.
and decided it was time
Clink,
to put him
clink.
in cuffs. Something he was far from happy about.
There's things that we can do to fix this.
And make sure y'all put him tight like how y'all do us.
It's got the hinge lock.
Brother, you made that own decision. Nobody told you to do that.
Despite Scott being one of the most polite and respectful suspects ever on this channel, he was actually hit with a better sentence than the majority of criminal cops. After blowing a .156 back at the station, he was charged with driving under the influence and damaging property. He was ordered to pay just under $1,000 in fines, serve 50 hours of community service, and take multiple substance abuse and
As
DUI
he
classes, and had his driver's license suspended for 6 months.
Like I said, you gonna be at home with the dog.
He was also sued by the driver of the vehicle he hit, and a cash settlement was reached. And on top of all of that, he also was suspended without pay for a week and given a last chance agreement, meaning one more slip up and he was out for good.
I think that's it, y'all. Yeah,
You know,
that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. That was a good ass video, bro. I enjoyed reacting to it. You know what I'm saying? It was something really entertaining. But let me know how y'all feel about cops, man, and just the whole nine, man. Y'all saw the video, man. So just let me know, bro. We up out of here until next time, y'all. I love y'all boys, for real.